Okay. Thank you. Josh, it's all yours.
Thank you. My name is Sergeant Josh Cashel. Hello, everybody. Good to see everybody again. I recognize most of the faces in here. I'll try to speak with this mask on. I'm representing Captain Palenzuela and Lieutenant Monath, who are unable to attend the meeting today. So they sent me. We've been enforcing traffic enforcement here in the village on the last month of July. We issued 20 citations and 15 written warnings to either residents or people passing in the village through. Nothing significant to report. We're looking at the statistics for July. We had 180 calls for service, case numbers reported. When I say case numbers, we responded to 180 calls for service. That could be first aid, from first aid to neighbor trouble to 911 hangups, somebody trying to dial out to their house phone. When looking at this, the crime statistics and the calls for service, I do not see too many issues. I do see a disturbance in progress that occurred at a residence. But mostly I'm looking at 911 hangups or something to do with a civil matter and frauds. Just to note, individuals tend to get phone calls. Hi, this is, your grandson has been, I'm sure we've heard it. It's still happening. So for the residents watching this today, if you get a phone call that your grandson is being in trouble or, to wire us $45,000 to this address, please don't do it. Also, the PBA or anything, any type of FOP, any type of police unit does not solicit over the telephone. Remember that, or Florida Highway Patrol or the Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office. So if you get any of those calls, please don't say, yes, I'm going to donate to you. When looking at our traffic report, I know I went over these citations. We had 5 motor vehicle traffic crashes in the village in July as well. And let me just, we also activated, getting back to speed, we also activated a large speed trailer within Century Village to monitor speed and make drivers aware to slow it down. So if you do see these speed trailers throughout the village, you're gonna know what that means. Not to get too much into it, a Dover case, case of interest was assigned to a District 3 detective. And other than that, I'll take questions at this point. Anybody have any questions for me or concerns?
Question behind you.
Just basically, it's about that speed trailer.
Yes, sir.
Okay, if you're going south toward the Okeechobee exit, you're just seeing the back of the trailer. You're not seeing the speed that you're going. If you're going the other way toward, let's say, the Four Corners, yeah, that's the way you see the speed. So, and I know people are speeding by, but they don't see that white thing. They don't see the traffic, the speed they're going. They just see the back of the white trailer. So. I know.
Well, it could be a deterrent. I can talk to the district to see if I can get another speed trailer put on the other side. If that's an issue within the village. Anybody else, anything?
I'll just interject here. We in our rounds, when we decide to take a break, we try and park like at the Four Corners or maybe by a section where there's a cutout and park there for 10-15 minutes to take a break on our driving. And that slows down traffic also. Instead of going into a parking lot.
When we're doing traffic enforcement in here as well, that will slow people down as well. If they, when I instruct the road patrol deputies, sometimes if you have some paperwork to do or anything like that, stop in the village, do your paperwork on the side of the road. So if they do see the patrol car, they're going to slow down.
And Josh, thank you for the no parking sign on Harbor Hill.
Oh,
Corporal Mike did it. It is working.
yes, I that day after I spoke to you, I did speak to Mike, and I did speak to
Mike's
Lieutenant
there
Monath.
every day, 5 o'clock
Yeah,
now.
and that's Michael D'Alessandro. He's one of our motor guys, and he's excellent. So he's one of our traffic enforcement guys. So if you have any issues, you can always reach out to me to get in contact with him or reach out to him.
And they're still here, but they're parking down further down Harbor Hill. So,
Yeah, sir, there's only so much we can do with that, but,
but they're out of our hands, so.
but if they're out of your hair, that's somebody else's problem. Yes,
You have a very scary item under cases of interest. A woman got a new computer. It's got preloaded malware on it. As soon as she attaches it to the internet, her machine's locked up, and there's a demand for money. And she gave him money. Why, I can't imagine, but she did, to the tune of $235,000.
and where was that case at?
Huh?
Without saying the address, the specific address, what street was that on?
I suspect you have the address. I redacted even the association. It was in Wellington,
Well, that's being looked into. I know what you're talking about. That's being.
of course. I wrote a little article on some ideas to prevent this. But maybe somewhere in the depths of your back office technical area, the sheriff's department would do well. This is not just affecting us. This affects anybody in the country that buys a new computer, this scam. This is preloaded by manufacturers somewhere in the supply chain. And maybe your techie division can put out a bulletin on some ideas of what to do when you get a new computer. I don't know if you want to take this on.
So I think we've done that in the past on our Facebook page. I don't know if you check out our Facebook page. I can't say, I can't talk too much as to our media relations unit, but it's something that I could get with my media relations unit and talk to them about
All right,
and go from there.
just a thought. It's really scary. $235,000, a lot of money to most people that live in here.
Totally. That would be a lot of money to me too. Anybody, I think, in this room.
Are there any other questions for Josh? All right, thank you. I was reminiscent, I forgot, we have minutes that were taken by Joanne. You would proceed to look at those. So we can, while we're having Daniel give a platinum report.
Yes, Rover responded to 151 calls, and the gatehouses confiscated 39 expired passes and 4 resident passes, guests attempting to use for entry. Everything else is detailed in the report.
Thank you, Daniel. Steve, you're up next.
Okay, we had 50 ID violations, 24 were non-resident or guests. 8 confiscated expired cards between the main clubhouse and Hastings. And we still have a major problem with wrong way driving in our parking lots. Even though the traffic has been very low this past month, and this month will be low, 55 that we've seen. That's not counting the south parking lot, which we don't see. And that'll be it.
Does any of the board members of the committee have any questions for either Platinum presentation? Good. COPs, Mr. Plattnick, you're next. Report.
I had one incident this month. Somebody at Hastings stopped me and they said there's a car that's usually moved and it hasn't been moved in days. So we did some investigation and then we finally got a hold of the president. And that person had gone away and the only one they told was the president. And that was the end of that. Everything was okay. That was our only incident. And like I said, we do stop and pull over to the side. And it does slow down traffic, especially at the 4 corners. What it does is it stops people from not stopping. They look over and they see the white car and
According to the last report that you gave me, you have 4 COPs on right now?
we have 4 CLPs.
Okay.
But what
I know you're looking for
and I'll ask
volunteers.
Mr. Israel, at the next meeting, could we put a pitch in at, when they do the
Of course,
PSO report?
do a video. We'll put it on the community channels. We'll put it in the blog.
Alan, do we have,
Also,
I did get an article to put in the paper, but I have to get back to PBSO because they sent it to me in a read-only form. So I can't get it printed out, but I'll get it printed out.
George?
also going back on to Platinum's report on page 3, July 15.
Which one? Clubhouse or,
Daniels,
okay,
9:50 in the morning, deputies are on site at Northampton E, handcuffed and transported. Anybody know what that was about?
what building?
I'm sorry?
What building?
Northampton Echo.
Northampton E.
That, yes, undercovers and PBSO arrived, they spoke to a male individual, non-resident, and after speaking with him, they handcuffed him and departed with him. We don't get the details when it's a pending investigation.
Okay, thank you.
There was no incident in the village that caused the arrest. They came looking for the guy.
Oh, okay.
yes,
Alan, there used to be a recruitment captain. I believe his last name was Koenig. Is that still a going thing?
There is a recruiting section. And, well, this is something I'm gonna look into,
Okay.
because we had an event a while back, it was just before COVID.
Yep.
And they had 14 people signed up. And
Then COVID happened.
I don't know, then COVID came in and we didn't have anything.
Maybe we can have that group in next, we'll get your table set up and,
Well, I was thinking about waiting until another month or two, once the snowbirds start coming back.
Okay.
And then have the table set up. And then if they have, again, these fairs, once the people are there, we'll have them in again for that.
you let us know. We'll do what we need to do, either as well. All right.
Alan, you can also put something in writing and give it to Ruth. Ruth will put it in the paper.
I have an article, but I can't get it printed out.
No, I'm
So
just saying,
gonna go-
you
I'm gonna go
personally,
over to headquarters and let them
you
print it out.
personally, as head of the COPs of Century Village,
I,
to put something in there
I
that you're
can't.
looking for.
I can't. Anything involving the COPs must go through headquarters.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Right.
All right.
Okay.
Is there any,
Who's head of the COPs now?
Who's head of
Yeah,
them? A guy by the name of Davis.
okay.
You got Davis and Newborn,
Newborn, Greg Newborn, okay.
could we speak to them if we,
good men.
Eric Davis and Greg Newborn?
Yeah.
Eric Davis? Yeah,
A heavy set gentleman.
okay. Yeah, I know Greg Newborn. We can speak to him.
Greg Newborn has been a while.
Yes.
I
So,
mean, I know we've done it in the paper before, requesting for volunteers for COPs. But if we need COP clearance,
clearance through
PBS
headquarters, let me write that down.
Like
We'd
I said,
appreciate your
like I
help.
said, I
No
have an article sitting there.
Hmm?
Put it to put it to the paper, but I can't print it out.
Okay,
I have to get a hold of the
all right,
woman that sent it to me. Let her print it out over there. And
okay, all right. All right. Any questions for COPs from anybody from the committee? No, everybody's happy? Good. Do we have any old business? Do we have any new business? Ooh, hearing none. Does anybody have any last minute questions before we close the meeting? Good. I'll entertain a motion to close.
Charlie had committee members in here.
I know, but
Okay.
Did
Okay.
you raise your hand or you were second the motion?
Make a motion to close the meeting.
All right, motion made, okay. Thank you, everybody. So, thanks, Josh, for coming.
Sir,
We're going to go,
Thank you.
thank
we'll
you.
have a couple of minutes in case anybody's got to walk around, and then that'll give you a chance to get ready for your presentation. Okay?
All right.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Steve.
You wanna go?
Okay, I believe it.
Yeah. Patricia.
Any